everybody. It's Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And today I have a beautiful angelic friend with me. You may know her. Her name is Rikka Zimmerman, and she is a global leader in consciousness. She's a creator of Life Transformed classes and coaching certification program. She's an acclaimed international speaker, successful author, and an amazing singer and songwriter. And she is infinitely excited to introduce her new album, The Miracle, which debuted in the top 20 albums on iTunes, which is amazing, Rikka. So propelled by her unbounded love for humanity, Rikka travels the world and has worked with over 100,000 people, radiating a vibration of joy, peace, and possibility in all that she does. And you will soon see that that is the truth in this interview together. So she has collaborated with internationally recognized spiritual teachers such as the amazing late Dr. Wayne Dyer, Reverend Michael Beckwith, Lynn McTaggart, Frank Braden, Marcy Shimoff, Neil Donald Walsh, Marianne Williamson, John Asraf. Your bio sounds like my bio. and on and on and on. So Rikka, I'm so excited to introduce you to my amazing tribe.
Oh, thank you so much, Christy. I am so excited to be here. And I'm even co-appearing with Christy Whitman right now. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
You sound like Jennifer McClain. Jennifer will see me somewhere and she'll go, oh my God, it's Christy Whitman. You know, like just being cute and funny like Jennifer McClain does. So anyway, so today we're talking about manifesting your greatest future, which is obviously one of my just hot topics, and I love this topic, so I'm so excited to hear your perspective on it. So what would you say are some hidden beliefs that we have that kind of keep us stuck in the past?
Oh, good question. Good question. Well, I would actually say that all beliefs are actually keeping us stuck in the past. If you look at where beliefs come from, where do beliefs come from?
Thoughts.
They actually come from the past, right?
That's true.
And the tricky thing about beliefs too is we think that positive beliefs are really creating positivity in our life. But what you may not know, or what some of you guys may not know out there, is that the positive beliefs, you wouldn't actually need to institute the positive beliefs if you didn't believe in the negative beliefs. So it's pretty wild. But if you could imagine, how many of you guys have tried to use an affirmation like, oh my gosh, I'm abundant, I'm wealthy, I'm successful, I'm wealthy, I'm successful, I deserve to be wealthy, I deserve to be successful. And so you're trying to put that belief into action as if that belief is going to create success. But if you actually come from the vibration of I'm not successful and I do not deserve abundance, then vibrationally, it's not going to create a different outcome. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So a lot of the times, we as spiritual people try to impose positivity onto ourselves as if that's the best thing to do. But the truth is, by letting go of all of the beliefs, the negative and the positive, now we can choose however it is that we're moving forward. So my suggestion is, hey, what if we could actually let go of all those beliefs from the past and step into, a new reality, a new way of being ourselves in the world.
And how do you do that? Inquiring minds want to know.
Well, love is literally the answer for everything, right? Like when we bring love into our lives, when we bring love into our hearts, our minds, our relationships, everything heals, everything transforms. So knowing that love is the answer to basically everything, what if we could apply that love, since it's something that we can do, something we have control over, into our lives, into these beliefs, and into every part of us. And when we bring it into love, we actually enter into a new reality of love, where beliefs actually aren't required. And love begins running the show in a much different way. So one of the tools that's really fun to use to dissolve those past beliefs with love is, I love that about me. So here's what that looks like. Negative or positive belief. You're like, oh my gosh, I love that about me. Like one of my beliefs that I had carried around for a long time was just that I felt like I was so scared that I didn't care. Like I didn't care enough. Like I was trying to care so much, But yet I felt like because of the projections of my childhood that I wasn't being caring, when actually I care extremely about everything and everyone. So if somebody came up to me and like, well, you just don't really care about me, I'm like, oh, I was devastated because I was proving how much I cared and I love them and I care and I love them. But my unconscious belief from childhood was that you really just don't really care. You're selfish, you're self-centered, you're undeserving, you don't really care. So when I had those two beliefs running, it's like I couldn't manifest anything different in my life. It was like these two beliefs are just continuing to perpetuate the same reality. So then I began going, okay, well, I know love is the answer. So what if I love that about me? Even the negative belief that I'm so scared of looking at, so scared, oh my God, what if I don't care enough? What if this is true about me, right? I was like, you know what? I love that about me. I love that I don't care, or I love that I'm undeserving. I love that I can feel unworthy about love. I can feel unworthy about abundance. I can feel unworthy about anything. And I love that about me. I am so good at it. I am fantastic at being undeserving. And what happens is with that conversation, you change it from a negative pattern into something that releases into love. And you're like, okay, well, now I'm moving forward without that negative belief that I'm trying to run away from. And now I just love that about me, whether it be negative or whether it be positive. So if you bring that love in, God, I love that I, even things where it's a positive, but it's also acting out in negative ways. Like say you're loving people, but you're actually putting everybody else first. So that would be like a positive belief that's actually acting out in a negative way. You can also do it with that. I love that I put everybody else first. Right? I love that I give myself away. I could give myself away to anyone. Just come into my life and you will be my priority. And you just start laughing and playing and like bringing that love into both of those areas, and it dissolves the belief, and all of a sudden you're free.
It's beautiful.
You no longer have a charge on it. You no longer have this, the charge is dissipated, and now you can move forward in a completely different way.
Well, let me ask you this. So for someone like myself, that I had to relearn what love is, and I'm still learning what love is, because for me growing up, it was very conditional. I had to act a certain way in order to receive love. And the way that I perceived love from my mom and my dad, like the way they would speak to each other and the way that they would interact and constantly bickering. If they weren't screaming and yelling at each other, it was constant, like the communication was horrible. And I remember as a small child just telling myself, like, I didn't even have this language back then, but it's like, I know I don't want anything like that, right? That does not look like love to me. And yet that's the environment that I was raised in. So a lot of people have those kind of experiences where I'll love you if, it's very conditional. If you do this or be this way or act this way, or, you accomplish this or do that, it's always very conditional, right? So how do we as the human being grasp the love that you're talking about? Because that's not the kind of love you're talking about. You're talking about a spiritual love. You're talking about God love. You're talking about the energy of pure love without conditions. So how do you shift from being conditioned in love is conditional, where it's like, even if someone has opened their heart in the past and they got their heart broke, it's kind of like, and I see this with clients, like, I want love in my life. I want to open up to even a romantic love, but love means pain. Love means, I get hit, or love means that I'm left or abandoned, or love means this. How do you go past those beliefs that you're talking about, good, bad, or indifferent, and really get into allowing that purity of that love?
Yes, this is such an exciting question. So, I've recently uncovered actually 6 principles of the universe that literally, it's how everything actually functions. It's how energy functions. It's how life functions. It's how love functions. It's how God functions. It's actually the reality that's here. Like, not the egoic reality in our mind and beliefs that, we experience, but actually what's happening right now. Like so in the discovery of this, I began looking at life, and I'm like, and I've been asking upstairs from this, for a long time, can I give something really simple that literally outlines how to function from love and how to accept what truly is, which is we are loved. And they came across with these 6 principles, and they're amazing. Amazing. So the first principle is that everything is made of love. And to me, love, life, God, energy, source, it's all the same thing. Do you feel that way too? It's like, so everything's made of love. Like regardless of what our experience is, everything is actually made of love. And it's not a personal thing. It's just the way it is. It's all actually made of love. So it's made of love, and that love is flowing through love, which means that love is loving love. So there's this loving presence of life and God that's just coming through everything, regardless of what we're experiencing, right? And since that love is coming through and loving that love, everything is being loved. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if you tap into, like a baby that's being, grown in a mommy's tummy, it's like that baby is made of love, and that baby is being loved by God, and that baby is receiving that life force energy of God that is literally, it's being loving, it's being loved right now, right? So, and this happens in every cell, every molecule, and absolutely everything. Whether it be a seed in the forest that grows into a tree, that tree is already loved. That seed is already loved. The fruit is already loved. It's all made of love. It's all being infinitely loved. And it's all flowing with that love, which makes it all loving. Can you feel, isn't that beautiful? Mm-hmm. So the first principle is that. Now, how do you get yourself into that? It's an incredible system. And the first step is being grateful for that principle being true. So it's like, oh my God, thank you, source, or thank you, energy, thank you, universe, for loving me. Thank you for infinitely loving me. I am infinitely loved. Thank you. I am so grateful that you are made of love. And all that infinite love is coming through everything. And I am infinitely loved, and everything is infinitely loved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. And it opens your heart, and you start experiencing this reality that is beyond the mind and beyond the ego, beyond the human experience, into what is actually real. And the third step of each principle is that you can then choose your life from there. So as you ignite that gratitude for what is, right, then you go, hey, well, since I am infinite love, and everything's infinite love, and everyone's infinite love, infinitely loving, and being infinitely loved, well, then I choose, right? And so you can look at areas of your life, and you can bring up areas like if you're having a problem in your relationship or with your children or something, and you go, okay, well, first let me get into God. Thank you, God, for being infinitely loved. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me. God, I feel so blessed that I'm loved. Oh, it feels so good. And since this is true, right? This isn't a belief. It's just, I'm just stepping into what actually is. Since I am infinite love, and everything's infinite love, and everyone's infinite love, including my family, including my partner, including my children, they're all made of infinite love. They're all being infinitely loved by God. Wow. Since this is true, then in regards to the situation with my family, I choose to let God love them infinitely, to let God love me infinitely, to step forward knowing that they are absolutely cared for, that they are completely nurtured and supported and seen by God, and that life force of God is loving them right now. And I feel the burden even lift from my heart as I give my kids and my family this awareness of what's actually true, right? So you can actually use that tool, since I am love, infinitely loving and infinitely loved, and since everything is that and everyone is that, then I choose. And you can actually move forward from source, which is amazing, because any problem that you actually have, if you run through these 6 principles, you will no longer have. Awesome. The energy of it won't even exist, because you'll be sitting in what's real. You'll be sitting in the love going, oh my God, I get it. And this is how I bring it to the world. This is how I bring it to my family. This is how I bring it to my relationships. Wow, it's so exciting. Oh yes. My gosh.
So choosing and being aware of universal principles like universal laws and focusing on that actually shifts your attention and shifts your energy, so that you're not focused on the old, you're focused on what is true and real and the new, right?
Yes. Yeah. And the beautiful thing is you don't have to believe in it, so you don't have to put energy into infinite love to have it be. It's already there. So you're really joining the universe in what's already here. So it makes everything effortless. You're like, well, since I'm infinitely loved, yeah, this is good. Like you're just joining into what is already here versus having to hold up those beliefs and hold them up and hold them up and hold them up because you're the thing that's thinking like, I've got to make it this way. And I've got to, well, there's another way to do it. And it's joining God, the universe and source in what already is and will always be and has always been. So your manifestation gets like crazy effortless and crazy fast because you no longer, have a past and a future. You're literally just functioning from love. And any of the lessons that you needed to learn with whatever choice you were going to make, it basically just disappears. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm just moving forward in love. I've learned the lesson. Now I get to enjoy it and step forward in it, which is beautiful.
And, love is the highest vibration in the universe. So, that's why the manifestations pop. When you're in that field, it's like, there's nothing that can't manifest, you know what I mean? And like the good that you want to manifest it from that space, because nothing bad can touch you if you, quote, do air quotes bad. Not that there's anything bad, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the flow of where you are happens because there's no more resistance, right? And you're just in that high vibration.
Exactly. And it's a beautiful thing. Like there's an entire world that's happening right now energetically that is beyond giving, beyond beautiful, beyond loving, beyond supportive. And it's all happening because that's how life has to function in order for life to sustain itself. Like imagine if God didn't love everything. Then there wouldn't be life. Like things wouldn't be alive, right? They would not have that life force flowing through them. So there's no way that these principles can't not be. They just are. They're just what is. It's not personal. It's just the way it is. So it takes you out of some of those conditions that we were talking about, the having to work for love, to deserve love, love is hurting, all that different stuff. And you start moving into, you start moving into, wait a second, I'm already loved. I've always been loved. And everything's made of love. So love is everywhere. And that love is flowing through everything. So I get to receive it in every step, in every moment, in every choice, and absolutely everything. Oh my gosh, life is a blissful, beautiful adventure. And problems cannot exist in this frequency and within this alignment of these 6 principles.
So you talked about the first principle, and I know you have a free gift. So are you going to share what the other principles are when you in this free gift?
Yes. How did you know?
Because the first one sounds pretty darn good. So I know you have a free gift, and you guys can go below the video, click the link. Rikka has an amazing, I'd love for you to share it, Rikka. She has an amazing gift to give everybody. So I'm assuming that's where you're going to learn the 6 principles, right?
Yes, exactly. So if you go to free gift from Rikka, we're actually going to give you a 2-hour activation that's called Manifesting Your Greatest Future. So this is how to step into those principles and allow yourself to move forward with easy, effortless, and joyful manifestation because it's already done. It's crazy amazing. It's awesome.
So just go below the link. I know I'm going to be going there because I'm very curious since I love the first principle so much what the other 5 are. So join me on this 2-hour amazing webinar with Rikka, and we can all find out together what the other principles are. So anything, last words you want to share, Rikka?
Oh, I just want to thank you so much, Christy, for everything that you do in the world and everyone that you touch, because anyone that gets to meet you is just blessed to get to be in your presence. Like your heart, your love, your choice to really stand for love here on this planet and invite everybody to it is enormous and beautiful and changing everything. So thank you so much.
I just started to cry. Thank you for that.
It's true.
Very sweet. I appreciate you. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate serving in this light with you. So thank you for being here. Let us know what you're taking away. I hope you're just even taking just an opening to more love. I mean, that would be life-changing if you just even open up to more love. But I want to know what you're taking away. go below the link, click on the link, or go below the video, click on the link, and I'll see you in Rikka's webinar. But please let me know what you're taking away today. Thank you, Rikka, so much for being here. Thanks for watching, and here is a related video to watch right now. Also, check out my free webinars on creating whatever you want in your life using the universal laws that I explain in each webinar. So share your thoughts by leaving a comment and continue the conversation at ChristyWhitman.com.